The coffee is very hot. It's very cold outside. Do you still use very all the time? Like it's very good, it's very nice, it's very bad. Stop doing that. Very is a very weak word that doesn't add any value to your vocabulary. I have already made 3 videos where I have talked about using words that you can use to replace the word very. Hello and welcome back to my channel Learn with Preeti Bedi. So here is another video which will help you improve your vocabulary. In Ielts speaking, there are 6 categories which are commonly used, and the categories are describing someone's feelings, conditions and appearance. And I've already made the 3 videos where you can use better vocabulary to avoid the word very. In this video, we will cover the next 3 categories which are describing the price, size and temperature. So if you haven't watched my previous videos, I will leave the link in the description box. Do visit my channel and watch those videos. It will definitely help you improve your vocabulary. So without any further ado, let's begin today's video. Vocabulary is 25% of your marks in your Ielts speaking and writing. Most of us are stuck on the word very, and if you really want to score high in Ielts, you must avoid the use of the word very and use some better adjectives instead. In this video, as I said, we're going to cover 3 categories. So first, let's begin with the temperature. Talking about weather is an extremely common topic in Ielts speaking. So while we're talking about weather, let me know in the comments how's the weather from where you're watching the video right now. If you're talking about summers and the temperature is very hot, use words like scorching, scalding, blazing hot or sweltering. Let's have a look at the example. Delhi is very hot in summers. So instead of saying very hot, you can say Delhi is scorching in summers or Delhi is blazing hot in summers. There's one more example. The weather is very hot today. So instead of very hot, we can say the weather is blazing hot today or sweltering. Now if you're talking about winters and you want to say the weather is very cold, you can use the words like freezing, chilling or icy cold. Let's have a look at an example. I'm wearing a warm jacket as it is very cold today. So instead of very cold, I can say I'm wearing a warm jacket as it's freezing today. Another example is the breeze in winters is very cold. So we can replace the words very cold and say the breeze in winters is chilling or the breeze in winters is icy cold. There are some places which are very warm in summers. So instead of the word very warm, you can say some places are humid in summers, which would be a better adjective to describe the warm places. Now let's move on to our next category, which is talking about the price of something. If something is very expensive, you can say it's costly, exorbitant or overpriced. Let's have a look at an example. They wore very expensive tuxedos for the party. So instead of the word very expensive, we can say they wore costly or exorbitant tuxedos for the party. Another example is the dresses in that shop were very expensive. So we can replace the word with overpriced and we can say the dresses in that shop were overpriced. If you have to talk about something very cheap, you can use words like economical, low priced or cost effective. Here the example is this hotel has very cheap rooms available. So instead of saying very cheap, we can say this hotel has economical or cost effective rooms available. Another example is the shop sells very cheap items. We can say the shop sells low priced or economical items. Let's move on to the last category for today, which is talking about size. While talking about the size of something, saying very big or very small is quite common. let's learn some new words to replace very big and very small. If you have to talk about something very small, you can choose words like tiny, minute, minuscule. But if you have to talk about a person, use the word petite. For example, I was the only very small girl in the class. So instead of saying very small, I would say I was the only petite girl in the class. Doesn't it sound much better? Trust me, if you keep saying very with every adjective, it means your vocabulary is limited. Now, if you have to describe something very big, say words like massive, huge, large, enormous, giant. Let's have a look at some examples. She wants to buy a very big house. We can replace the words very big here with words like massive or large, and our sentence will be she wants to buy a massive or a large house. Another example is elephant is a very big animal. We can replace the words very big and say elephant is an enormous animal. Another example is Nancy saw a very big panda. So instead of saying very big, we can use the word giant, and our sentence will be Nancy saw a giant panda. I hope after watching this video, you must have learned some new words today, and it will definitely help you improve your vocabulary. If you have any questions, do leave them in the comment section and I will definitely answer all your questions. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care.